Welcome to FOH this week, Kenny.
Nice
the
to be
Ramon,
back.
yeah, shut up. The Ramon Allones No2 limited edition 2019 of Bellicoso. We did the La Punta last week. We both know the Bellicoso Finos so well. We know the Sancho Panza Bellicoso so well because we reviewed it recently. And we thought it was sensational. This has caused a stir worldwide. Comes in the beautiful green box. Check the picture out, people. Hellishly expensive.
Green boxes are always expensive.
Green box is extra.
Yep.
Boxes are 10. So it comes a little Kermit the Frog box. Looks $1 million. But boxes are 10. The launch was in London or the UK, and it's a brilliant launch. I don't know. Did you see any of the launch? The COVID-19 launch that was put together by Hunters and Franco?
I did not.
Excellent. Excellent. But I think we are the first people in this country to smoke them.
I just
I've had a
served the
couple
pleasure.
before this. I've had a couple before this.
How have they smoked?
I was inebriated both times. So
No.
it was not a fair.
Shocker. A shocker.
I know. It's not a fair comparison. But I'm looking forward to your input and for me to remind myself what they tasted like. You're great.
What time did you start drinking scotch this morning?
No, it's only my second one for the day. I'm waiting for you. Look, this is a very LE wrapper, yeah?
It is, absolutely.
I mean, I've seen a lot of LEs lately, and this is more LE than most LE wrappers for a while. Is yours a little bit rough to the touch?
No, I wouldn't have.
Not really?
No, I wouldn't have said so. Looks good. I mean, it looks really good.
Looks attractive. You know it's going to draw properly because I feel in the hands, actually. Can you clip yours for me?
I have.
What's the draw like?
It's easier than the one we did last week.
La Punta?
Yeah, it's quite a bit easier on the draw.
Very easy. Whoa! What flavours are you getting from the cold draw? Have you noticed?
Air.
God help me.
Bit of leather, not as much as I would have thought. I'm not getting as much, and I think that's probably because it is quite an easy draw. You don't get as much.
But you're getting a sweetness from the wrapper? Are you getting a sweetness from the wrapper on the tongue?
No.
On the lips?
Not yet.
All right.
No.
It's all good. Light away, please. Let people see.
Well, the last one I did earlier, last week, lit perfectly.
Can you show people how you do it? Just take us through the lighting process as per Ken Gargan.
It varies. It varies on mood, cigar, time of day, other considerations.
Watch this, kids. It's good. I'll keep it in frame. Come on. I was using matches this week. Oh, good work.
I did before. I use matches almost every week. You just bag. You don't look.
That's because you know why he's using matches, people? I'll let you in a little secret here.
You haven't come around to fill up the
little secret. He doesn't know how to refill his lighter. He has to wait for me to go to his house to refill his lighter for him. Is that a fair point, Ken?
Yes and no. I wouldn't say I don't know how to do it, but I see no reason to do it if you'll come around and do it for me.
He can't do it. That's why he's using matches. We're lucky he's got matches, otherwise he'd be lighting it off the stove.
I tell you what. No, I've got the lighters here. I lit the match with the lighter. The box is too old. It doesn't light the matches anymore.
Oh, it's a bit wonky.
It is not. Apple cider.
Whoa. Is that what you're drinking with it, or what are you tasting?
I've still got the same wine as last week. It's held up amazingly well. You wouldn't believe it. It's almost as though I was drinking it just 10 minutes ago.
Shut up. Yeah.
It's a miracle.
Apple cider. Well, it's something it's fruit.
Yeah. My first impression is it's much more refined and much more classy than the punta.
Punta. Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice to dig into a Ramon Allones and get that fruity aspect up front, because it's one of the beautiful things about Ramon Allones is the fruit driven nature of them. Well, that's stewed fruit.
Black cherries, blueberries.
So that's a really
good
decent start. Really decent start to a cigar.
Excellent.
Excellent. We'll be back with you shortly. First third, Kenny, of the Ramon Allones.
So far, I'm only half an inch in, but lovely. Absolutely lovely.
A little bit lighter than I expected. It's subtle. I'm finding it's subtle.
Subtle was the word I was about to use. Subtle. There's early complexity.
Yeah, some real complexity in that subtle. Yeah, people talk about a light cigar. I wouldn't call it light. It's just it's not quite medium. It's light medium.
It's sort of just wants to be medium, but it's a whisker below at the moment. But
it's just cascading in flavors through there. Some real fruity notes. Some. There's that chocolate you buy, Ken. What's it called? Fruit and nut. Dairy milk fruit and nut chocolate. Pardon?
You may buy it. I haven't seen a fruit and nut for decades.
Looks like you see about a block a week. But I've
lost 10 kilos. I've lost 10 kilos. Yeah. You heathen. You walked into that.
It's got that, but it's got some chocolate elements. It's got some raisins. Yeah, chocolate and raisins.
Yeah, there's a little bit of all of that, and the fruits and the black cherries and all of that sort of stuff. But there's nothing that sticks out as a dominant flavour. It's all sort of seamless and melded together. There's nothing that sticks out at all. It's just a lovely cigar so far, but very early.
This is TUA June 20, people.
Yeah,
so to achieve that level of complexity.
Yeah. I'm going to get COVID from this, aren't I?
Hopefully.
Wouldn't that be nice on the paper? Yeah. Hotspot, cigars coming from Cuba.
Don't give an excuse. That is that's quite a remarkable start to the cigar.
Yeah, lovely start.
Really, really good. Not what I was expecting in terms of body.
It's amazing what they taste like when you actually smoke them when you're not pissed.
No, when you haven't been to a huge lunch first.
Oh, I'm pissed. Let's pull out the good stuff.
We've all done that at one stage, haven't we?
Look,
we've had a massive lunch or a massive dinner. You've got home with mates and you go, let's crack open some good stuff, and you can't remember it the next day.
The wine geeks on the forum will understand if I say I can remember one massive lunch where a mate and I finished up back at his office. He was too pissed to get up to get the next bottle. He said, go down to the cellar and pull out something. So I've come back with a 59 Romani Conti, which seriously, I mean, he couldn't walk. He was so pissed. I just about needed a wheelchair to move. And we drank his 59 Romani Conti. I woke up the next morning. I've never felt so guilty. I rang him and he said, oh, did you enjoy it? I said, I loved it. It was brilliant. Even pissed, I could still remember it. It was glorious wine. He said, well, that's all that matters. Today, 50 grand for the bottle. Mind you, I got it for him at $400, so he can't complain too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit of chocolate coming through now.
Yeah.
Good chocolate, not fruit and nut.
Good chocolate. There may have been a box of Grand Reservas I cracked when I got back from Cohiba Grand Reservas. I got back from a lunch with the boys. And seeing what they're going these days on Bon Roberts, I'm not quite sure whether it was worth. But still, no regrets. No regrets.
No, that's it.
Yeah, it's one of those lunches where I remember that lunch because, in the end, such a great day. People had to go home 7, 8 o'clock at night. We've been going out since 11 o'clock in the morning. Just take another reserve.
I'm sorry I was unavailable.
Take one home. Yeah. Cool. Good stuff.
Last time I did that,
Great
you kicked
start.
someone off a
Let's
tree.
see whether it maintains the rage in that second third. Second third, Kenny, thoughts?
One thought, if you're looking for picky minor issues, it hasn't. It's pretty much the same as it was. There's been no real evolution for me. It's very much more of the same, which is good because it was a lovely cigar and still is. But at the moment, very much what it was to start.
Body's increased, so it's hit that medium body just a touch,
Marginally,
maybe even a touch over. Yeah, body's increased. I think it's gone back a little bit in that second third. I think it's lost that a little bit of that complexity, a little bit of that class aspect to it in that second third, which is not unexpected in a cigar from June 20 to me.
I'm still getting that, I think.
I think it's got a little bit muddled in that second third. It doesn't quite know what it wants to be and do, which again is quite normal. There's a richness in there. You can taste that richness. You can taste there's going to be a blossoming at some point down the track.
I think it's looking good for the future. I'm not getting that muddled.
This second third has given me some real confidence that it's got long-term legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it probably, for me, I was more intrigued by the first third than the second third. The second third, good.
I'd agree. The first third was, well, the first little tiny bit was more interesting because it's new and what we were looking at, and the second third being more of the same is, I guess, by definition, less interesting if it's just more of the same. But it's more of the same, thoroughly lovely cigar.
Yeah, it's not for me. It's not more of the same. For me, it's actually become fuller. It's become a little bit more confused in that. I'm not getting that delineation of flavors. Yeah, I said the first flavors are cascading. There's no cascading. It's just all muddled now.
No, I'm not getting that muddled. I mean, to me, the flavors, there was nothing that dominated. There was nothing that sort of stood out, and that's still the same way. You look and you think, yeah, there's still that raisin, still a bit of chocolate, perhaps a little tiny bit more chocolate, but it's very similar to that first third for me.
Still enjoyable.
Which I'm very happy with.
Very enjoyable.
Oh.
Back to the last third. Kenny, last third and wrap it up. The Ramon Allones No2 LE 2019.
It got hot, which, given it was rolled a day and a half ago, is probably not unexpected. But yeah, that heat is making the last third the least of the three to me. But the first two thirds were lovely.
It's one to revisit. It's one to revisit in I don't know, 6 to 12 months to see how it's traveling. And then again, but it's got legs. It's definitely got legs. I quite enjoyed the opening third. I thought I'd give the opening third a 94. I give the second third a 91, 90, 91. I give the last third an 88. I
was 93 for the first two thirds, 93, 94 for the first two thirds, 89, 90 for the second. So I'm a 92 all up.
Now, people, this is what you got to sort of try to get out of the sun here, but it's what you got to try to understand a little bit is that, and it's been a lovely cigar in part, but we did a Monty 2 not long ago. We had a 95. Exactly. And that was a young Monty 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
And we did a Sancho. We did a Sancho Panza Bellicoso a couple of months back, which was a 94, if I remember correctly. We've done Bolivar Bellicoso Finos, etc., which are all early 90s, etc. there. So before you go spending huge dollars on stuff like this, keep in mind you don't have to. To get
if you had the money, you'd be happy with a. Although 10 boxes of this, put it away. A box of 10, but you know, it's a shame they're not doing boxes of 25. But I mean, it should be a law. There must be boxes of 25 at least of everything.
A law? It should be a law?
It should be a law. And
but people have to make their mortgage payment. They can't afford a box of 25 of these things. Jesus.
Clearly, some people can.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I'll keep one box for myself, maybe. But I'm not a big LE collector. But I'll keep one box, maybe.
I haven't bought.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would.
I don't think I've bought,
but the next time a box of Sancho Panza Bellies comes up, I'm putting another one away. I've got a fair few of those now. You know, there are regular production cigars I'd rather park my money to.
Yeah.
However, that first third intrigued me, and I got a feeling this in 4 or 5 years' time, maybe less, 3, 4, 5 years' time, is going to develop into something exceptionally good.
I would have thought
and I want that one box so I can go back and try that.
Yeah, I would have thought 3 to 5's spot on.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exceptionally good. I think it's going to be like smoking Christmas cake. And you can see it now. It's almost like I've tasted this cigar before. It is very much Ramon Allones. And I think it's got so much upside to it. But you don't, you know, is it a must-have? No, it's not.
So is it better when you're sober or drunk?
Well, I can remember this one. Yeah, given I just had it. But no. Geez, I had a great day Friday. It was really, really good. We had a great afternoon. Great out. Anyway, that's it for this week. Ken, you're fishing for next week. So enjoy your fishing trip. Shoot some photos through if you get the chance of these great tailor that you're going to be catching, bluefish.
Yeah. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
All right, mate. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. To the forum members, hasta luego. Take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers.